Hello, I'm Nige.
I'm Anders. Welcome to what is dot dot dot. I keep saying dot dot dot. But it's kind of given, but we'll do it anyway. Um, we are learning. We're on a curve here, learning about tea, how it's made, how it comes together, all of that.
Yeah, this is all new. We're not experts, so we're
We're not.
learning this.
We're learning
And
as we go, and if
and
we get things wrong, soz. But I
but
think we're pretty good in what we do.
it's white tea today,
Yeah,
and we've learned lots about white tea. It's it's your purest form of tea.
yeah. It's there's absolute um, there's no oxidization, is there?
No, basically they pick the buds,
Yeah,
they lay them out to dry, and once they're dry, that's it.
that's it. All done. And
It's as simple as that. There's no rolling, there's no pressing. It's just pick, lay down, dry into your cuppa.
into your cuppa. It is a pure form. Um, Now you bought this, didn't you? And you gave me a bag, a little freezer bag
Yes,
full
yeah,
of
yeah,
white
yeah.
tea. And I went to try and find it because I haven't seen it for about a month or so. I went to try and find it, and I thought, is that white tea or is that hedge clippings? Because I mean, it really is,
Yes.
isn't it? It does look like it's come from the back of your lawnmower. Um,
Now, I was going to say it gets its name white tea from the buds when they're picked. They've got little white strands on them.
yes, like little dewy hairs. Yeah.
Just and so that's what's used. Uh, and it's the white hairs that gives them the name white
Right.
tea.
Okay.
It's the very young buds. In fact, they can only pick the crop once a year for this, usually in the springtime. So
Springtime.
again, it does make it a little bit more exclusive. But anyway,
It does. We're going to try it now. We'll come into more of it in a second, but honestly, we've been brewing this for a long time. I don't want it to get
yeah, 7 minutes
suboptimal.
we've given this
Yeah. So,
at 80 degrees.
yes, more about that after the first sip. Now, that's interesting.
It is. It's
I
meant to be
thought,
less.
go on.
It's meant to be less grassy and than green tea, which yeah, I'd give it that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not seeing it. I'm not tasting that. It does feel quite grassy to me. Um, we'll come back to that in a minute, but I mean, we discussed temperature and time to boil and time to brew, I beg your pardon,
Yeah,
for quite a while because there's an awful lot of
there's a big range.
leeway, isn't there?
We're 3 to 7 minutes,
Yeah. And I mean, you
and
gave me Fahrenheit.
75 degrees to 90 degrees
Yeah.
centigrade.
Yeah.
uh, which is quite a big range. Now, we did about 80 degrees for 7 minutes because we wanted to take that extreme.
Yeah.
But apparently, if you brew it at 90 degrees with but for a shorter time, you get a fuller bodied, brighter tea, it says. At
Ooh.
some point, we will do something on that, looking at different temperatures.
I think it's worth looking into just to give.
Oh, yes, because I'm excited about this.
I am honestly, we've done two new teas very recently. Well, this one, obviously. Um, and another one, oolong. And
So
never tried them before. They're both so different.
I'm finding this much more agreeable than the green tea. I really am.
Okay.
Because it's less like lawnmower clippings. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
it is there, but it's not as high up on the scale.
It'll be interesting to see because what we have done is I've bought some green tea and passed it on to you, haven't I?
Yeah,
And at some time that'll
we'll
be
do
your
some
first
comparisons.
non-bag green tea, won't it?
No, actually, I think we did that on this program. I
Did
did
we?
loose leaf. I'm sure I might have done. But anyway, the color of this, mine just had a slight orange yellow hue to it.
I,
Anyway, you can see that in the picture because I took a picture of it. So you
yeah.
can,
I'm differing slightly, but I don't know if that's color of mug or
yeah.
um,
Or I might just put more because it suggested again 2 scoops of the tea into the.
yeah, I did one big one.
Uh,
And like I say, it's like grass clippings.
but it was very
So if
hard
you
to
do
get
go
a
in for a
teaspoonful.
yeah, if you get a
I had to.
spoonful, there's a whole load that comes out with it.
I couldn't get. I've got a spoon in. It all fell off, and I don't. So I just took 2 pinches
Oh, did you? Right, okay.
because it wouldn't stay on the spoon.
No, it's too big. It's too big.
But yeah, most enjoyable. I can't remember what province this first came from. Uh, Fuji.
Fujian, I think is
Yes,
what you said, wasn't
that's
it?
where it's that's where it's first from.
That seems to be the
In
birthplace.
the
An
18th
awful lot.
century.
A lot
That's
of
when it
teas
was.
come from Fujian, I
Yeah.
think. Fujian. Not entirely sure. Do beg your pardon. Um,
Oh, as it's cooling, I'm getting to what I got the sweetness there coming through, as it suggested that it should be getting a floral sweetness. That's what there was at the lower temperature. You're meant to get a floral sweetness.
honestly, I think one of the things I'm going to take away from what we were doing with the tea channel here is the heat at which you brew
Yeah,
and how not just the heat that you brew at, but also the cooling of your tea, the temperature cool, how it makes such a difference with a cup of tea.
it does.
Um, and also, if we go for green tea, which you will probably do between 75 and 80 degrees, the difference in that green tea when you brew it at that correct temperature instead of 98, 99, there's so much more flavor.
If you haven't checked, we did some things on tea bag green teas, just on the temperature as a sun
Mm,
aside.
yeah,
Brewed one at 100 degrees. It was foul. And that's what the manufacturer suggested.
that's
That's
right.
cheap
Yeah.
end. But anyway, it makes a massive difference getting the temperature right for these more delicate teas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, anyway, that's white tea. It's beautifully simple. It's the pinnacle of quality in the tea world
It
because they
is.
only use the finest buds for this.
Now, interestingly enough, I'm not getting it. I think
Again,
it's all right. I think I much prefer it to a black tea,
I prefer this to the green tea.
but I need to yeah. Oh, there's a whole world out there to try.
It's exciting, and we've got so many more teas to do.
We have. Anyway, thank you for watching. We hope you found this somewhat informative. Um, until we meet again, bye.
Goodbye.